Hello students and welcome back to the video lecture series of web programming. Today's topic is CSS animation. I am your instructor Ms. Shruti Raval. So let us start with today's lecture. The first question that comes into your mind is, what do you mean by animation? Now you have heard this term probably number of times, right? So you know that there is a whole career which is dedicated to animation. You may have seen animated movies and animated cartoons, right? So what do you mean by animation? Animation is nothing but whenever you have an element, let's say you have a CSS element, and if you gradually change it from one style to another during a period of time, that thing appears you as if you are shooting it, or as if you are capturing it in a video. But basically you have taken one element, the state of a particular element, you are changing the state of that element with respect to the duration. So at one duration you have a particular state of an element, at duration 2 you have another state. So that transition from duration 1 to duration 2, visually if you see that change, you can see it as if you are capturing a video, and that is nothing but animation. So if you are talking about CSS animation or animation using CSS, you can change as many as CSS properties you want and as many as times you want using CSS animation. Now for using CSS animation, the first thing that you need to understand is, what do you mean by keyframe? So you must first specify some keyframes, which are nothing but they are certain rules, or you can say they are certain styles that you have to specify for a particular element at certain time or certain duration. So we will see now what do you mean by keyframe, how can we create a keyframe, and how can we apply animation using CSS. So what do you mean by keyframe? I told you that if you want to give animation in CSS style, you have to specify a keyframe rule. So this animation will gradually change from current style to a new style at certain time, and that thing you have to specify inside a keyframe. Also, to get an animation work, you must bind the animation to an element. So you have an animation, you have an element, so you need to bind those two things. You have to bind the animation to an element so that whatever keyframe you have specified for that particular element, that applies, and you can visually see that the element is changing the style. It means the element is getting an animation. How can we do so? Let us see one keyframe example so that you can get a clear idea how to do so. So here you can see that I have inside my HTML body, I have paragraph, div and p. So I will be applying animation to div. Okay, so you can see that inside the div for the CSS style, what are the properties that I have set? The first is width. I have set the width of my division 200 px. The next is height, which I have set 200 px. The next is background color, I have set to red. The next is animation name. Now this is a new property. Whenever you want to set animation, you have to set the animation name of that particular element. So here our element is div. I have set the animation hyphen name property to example, so that I can get a unique animation name for every element that I want to work with animation. So example is my animation name, and the animation duration also you have to specify that for what duration this animation should continue. So I have specified the duration 4 seconds. So whatever animation rule I will be specifying in keyframe, that animation will in loop be applied for how much duration? Only 4 seconds. After 4 seconds it will stop applying itself again and again, or repeating the animation again and again. So I think that is clear, right? So this division is clear for you. So this division is referring to the HTML division that we have specified. Now you can see this keyframe. You can see the keyframe. So for applying the keyframe, what is the syntax? You have to write @ keyframes, and after space you have to write the animation name to which you are applying this keyframe. So keyframe is nothing but it is an animation rule, that what sort of style change you want, that rule you have to bind it with some animation name. So whenever you are writing the keyframe, you have to write @keyframes space whatever animation name you want to write. So here I want to, if apply the rule to my example animation, that is which I have given to my division, I have to write the animation name example. Then in the curly bracket you have to specify the change from to. So in from I have specified in curly braces that because my background color was red, I want my background color to change from red to yellow, and that should be applied till how much duration, that I have already specified 4 seconds. So what change of style I have applied? The background color will change of that particular division from red to yellow. Let us see what happens. So here you can see in the animation that this is yellow, sorry, this is the red color, but if I am reloading, it will apply the animation and it will be changed from red to yellow and then back to red, because it will be applied only for 4 seconds. Okay, so this visually appears as if it is a video, but it is basically the change of state of an element in different duration, and that we have explicitly applied using CSS animation. Now let us learn some more properties about CSS animation. The first one is iteration count. So what do you mean by iteration count? For example, at so if you have 4 seconds and if you want to divide this 4 seconds, that what happens in the first second, what happens in the second second, what happens in the third second, and what happens in the fourth second, then also you can divide this whole seconds in different part. Also you can use this iteration count. It means this, because by default it will be applied only one time, whatever animation you are doing, that will be applied only one time in 4 seconds. But if you explicitly specify the iteration count, you explicitly apply iteration count. For example, if I have specified iteration count is equal to 3, so whatever animation I have specified, that will be applied 3 times in my 4 second. By default it will be applied one time. Let us see in this example how. So here you can see again I have a division. I have specified the width, height, background color, position, animation name again is example, animation duration is again 4 seconds. The new property that I have applied over here is animation hyphen iteration hyphen count, and in colon I have specified the value of that iteration count to be 3. So you know that by default my iteration count is 1. So if you recall the example of color change from background color red to yellow, how many times were the color change applied in 4 seconds? Only one time. So it will take that duration to change from red to yellow. Now if you are specifying that my color change should be applied 3 times, okay, so that color change from red to yellow will be applied 3 times in 4 seconds. Okay, but along with the key this iteration count, I have specified the style change in keyframes differently. So here you can see 0%, 25%, 50%, 75% and 100%. So they are telling a 0% duration, that is at the start of the duration of your animation. Your background color should be red, your division should be left 0px, and it should be top 0px, right? So we are, along with specifying the background color, we are also specifying the position of my division. So at 0th moment it should be red color and at the top left. At 25%, right, so it will be taking the next duration. Okay, so your 4 second will be divided into 5 portion, 0%, 25%, 50%, 75% and 100%. So your duration will be divided into 5 portion, and at 0th moment it will be taking some another value of CSS style. At 25% it will be taking some another value, that is background color yellow, and your position is specified left 200 pixel, top 0px pixel, and similar for 50%, 75% and 100%. So you will be able to see in those 4 seconds that your element is moving, right? And it will be moving how many times? Because the iteration count is 3, it will be, you can be able to view it moving 3 times. It will be taking these positions at different durations 3 times. Let us see visually. So here you can see that if I am applying this animation, the first time it is moving, the second time it is moving, and the third time it is moving, and then it will stop. So your whole 4 seconds are divided into 5 portions. They are taking different position and color values at different duration, and the iteration count is 3, so that is also in total moving 3 times. It is repeating itself, the style. Okay, so this was about iteration count, and this was all about CSS animation, and this was all about today's lecture. Thank you.